So Napa now has a whole new meaning and not necessarily Napa Valley.
That's right, exactly. Yeah,
like
very,
that.
very important meaning.
Gretchen, I wonder if you could tell me, why is it important that we consider the needs of the caregiver in addition to the needs of the person with the disease?
Yeah, we often think the person with the disease is really going through a lot, and they're the ones who have, you know, the memory loss, and they're the ones who are slowing down and losing some of their abilities. But as we heard from Sam, and then as we heard from the other person who wrote in with the driving issue, Lisa, you know, it affects the whole family. It affects everyone who knows the person. Caregivers end up potentially not being able to work anymore or losing productivity at work.
True.
They start to lose sleep because their loved one is up at night and they're caring for them. The stress of the disease is just huge on the caregiver, and caregivers often want to do it all. You know, they want to be the one person to care for their loved one. They are reluctant to reach out for help or don't know where to reach out for help. Let
somebody else help, right.
And then what often happens is the caregiver will suffer health issues. And in some cases, unfortunately, sometimes the caregiver predeceases the one they're caring for with Alzheimer's.
Yes.
And then how difficult and challenging
I've
is
seen
that?
Happen, right? That
it does
so
happen.
Sad.
So what we suggest to caregivers all the time is they need to take care of themselves first.
Okay.
And then they will be strong and healthy and able to take better care
to deal with it,
of their loved one with Alzheimer's.
Right, but it's important that they do try to get some help and not try to do it all themselves.
You know, and it's easy for you and I to sit here and say that.
That's right.
And then when you have a loved one with Alzheimer's, and especially when you're looking at a spouse or a child who says, you know, I always told my mother I'd be there for her. I'd always told my wife I'd be there for her, and I'm going to be the one to do this, and nobody can take care of them as well as I do.
That's right.
And we recognize that, but we also recognize that, one, the person needs to take care of their own health and well-being.
Right, because you're not going to be any good to that person that you're taking care of if you're not
physically and mentally
and mental health. Right, exactly.
In the right frame of mind. And the other thing is too, you know, you want to be a daughter, or you want to be a son, or you want to be a spouse to that person and enjoy your time with them. Right. Not necessarily only be their care provider. Right. You know, and sometimes they have to step back from the care provider. There are professionals out there, whether people who come in home or whether it's somebody who is out in a long-term care facility. Let the person still have their familial, their family relationship. Right. You know, and that's something that we really try to stress, especially in our support groups.
Absolutely, very important.
Yeah.
If you're just tuning in, this is a live web chat. I'm Tim Bartos. My guest today is Gretchen Morse-Simmons. It's a Monday.
I know, it is very much a Monday.
I'm getting the words out, so for whatever the reason on Mondays. But Gretchen Morse-Simmons from the Alzheimer's Association of Northeastern New York, and we're here to take your questions. This is an interactive live web chat. We want to hear from you. You can reach us via email at chat@cbs6albany.com or through the CBS 6 Facebook page. But in our remaining minutes, we'd love to hear from you. Any questions, comments regarding Alzheimer's, please, we'd love to hear from you.
Perfect.
In the meantime, I would like to ask you about the Caregivers Conference. I know there is a Caregivers Conference that's coming up, and we were just talking about the impact this disease has on caregivers. So what can you tell us about this conference, specifics, where it's going to be held, and how can you register?
So the Caregivers Conference, we have an annual conference, and this year it's coming up in June, on June 12th. Which
is it early this year?
Well, actually, we're kind of switching it. We used to hold it in November. And now we're making a switch to June. So it's coming up rather quickly on the heels of our November conference. But it's going to be Tuesday, June 12th.
Tuesday, June 12th.
At the Albany Marriott, which is on Wolf Road.
Right.
It's from 8 o'clock in the morning till 4 in the afternoon.
It's all day.
All day. It's a wonderful conference. We ask that people please either call to register or go to our website to register. They can register online, or they can call our number. They can call that 800 number I talked about before, 800-272-3900, and say they'd like to go to the conference. We can get them registered. We have a keynote speaker. We have wonderful workshops. We have you know, there's food. We have lunch and a continental breakfast, and a great opportunity to share your situation with others who are going through the same thing.
I was just going to say that's got to be one of the biggest benefits.
One of the things that people find the most helpful, actually, at the conference is at lunchtime the opportunity to network and to meet other people and share stories. And then there have been friends, lifetime friends, made over lunch at our Caregivers Conference.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Sure. Can you tell us a little bit about the keynote speaker this year?
Sure. Her name is Amy Dupree. She's known as Dr. Amy.
Okay.
She's actually an author and a consultant and an expert on aging and Alzheimer's and caregiving. Okay. She actually is originally from this area. She got her master's from SUNY Albany, her master's in social work. Oh. So she's local. She's happy to be coming back to this area. Yes. She did some teaching for a while at Skidmore.
Sure. Okay.
And she's just absolutely wonderful. Oh, she actually is on the radio, television, all kinds of stuff, talking mostly about caregiver stress. And she's going to be our keynote speaker.
Wow.
We're so excited. And she's going to give a workshop as well.
Okay, I was just going to say, so great opportunity to hear a great speaker and address some of the issues that are of concern, certainly, to caregivers. Yeah. And what about some of the workshops? Any that?
We've got a couple really great workshops. We've got one about savvy caregiving, tools for how to take care of someone. We have an activities workshop. And then we have a wonderful workshop that I'm so excited about. I hope I get to go to it. Yes. About how to deal with your loved one with challenging behaviors. And actually, Dr. Ermolenko, I can never say that, Dr. Okay. It's a Monday thing.
Monday,
Dr. Ermolenko is actually going to be with us. He's a neuropsychologist who's going to talk about some non-medication ways to deal with challenging behaviors. And there's a lot of concern about how many medications get used for folks who are exhibiting challenging behaviors. So he's going to offer some tips on dealing with behaviors.
Wonderful. So again, Tuesday, June 12th, Albany Marriott on Wolf Road in Albany, the Caregivers Conference, Alzheimer's, and call the 800 number to register.
Perfect, or visit our website.
Or visit the website. You can do either way, right?
That would be wonderful.
Okay, super. Well, Gretchen, I can't thank you enough for coming back today and for sharing all of this valuable information. I want to thank all of our viewers for your questions. Thank you very much. And I do want to mention, for those of you who tune in, log in, I say tune in, actually log, for those of you who log in regularly, that this will be our last live web chat for a while. We're not sure just where we're going to go with this or when we're going to be doing another one. Hopefully we will be doing another one, but I want to thank you so much for logging in each week, and stay tuned for future news as to just where this may be going.
That's right. So, I hope it comes back. I would love to come back again,
Thank you so much. We'd love to have you back, Gretchen Moore. So thank you so much for being here today again. Thank you all so much. Have a great week, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.